This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
It's official, it's confirmed. Forge FC headed into their 6th consecutive CPL Final, a rematch of 2023, but this time in enemy territory. Welcome to this episode of Forge Daily. I am your host, Mackenzie Barwell, checking in November 4th, 2024. In today's episode, you'll hear player reactions after practice, some highlights from that post-match press conference, and a breakdown of Forge FC's decisive win over Atlético. Plus, we'll look ahead to what's expected for that championship clash against Cavalry FC this weekend. But first, as I said, let's go over and break down that critical 1-0 win over Atlético Ottawa. Beginning with the starting 11 for Forge FC, I like to start here because I think it'll paint the picture for how this team was able to set the tone. This time, Noah Jensen getting the start alongside Bex and Ali in the center midfield. Up top, in the center, Benny Badabanga alongside Nana to his left and then Davshwanir to his right. Starting at center back for the first time this season is Dom Samuel, and he was absolutely outstanding. If you caught even just a few minutes of this game, you would have seen it. Here's what Coach Bobby had to say on Dom's performance after the game.
Yeah, Dom is the ultimate warrior of this club and of this league. He's in his 6th year, and it doesn't matter whether he's played the week before or not. When you need him, he's going to be there, and he's going to be at his best. And that's where he's defending and did an excellent job there. And then, all around, you look at Malik. He's provided an excellent goal for us. And that's what these games are about. It's about moments. Last week was about a moment. Today was about a moment. It's about resiliency. It's about all of that fun stuff that goes into it. And I'm pretty sure next week will be the same.
Similar to what we've seen in other CPL playoff matches, not a ton of action in the first 45 minutes. Either side trying to feel each other out. Pretty equal possession and opportunities. But Forge FC's goalkeeper, Jassem Kolielat, making himself known very early on, making some incredible saves, and ultimately securing his 8th clean sheet of the season. In the attack, Forge had their biggest chance in the 39th minute, but Noah Jensen unfortunately not able to capitalize. However, the deadlock did finally break in the 52nd minute when the amount of corners conceded for Ottawa just caught up to them. It was Malik Owolabi-Belewu who seized the moment. He headed in a corner from Kyle Becker to put Forge ahead. And that would ultimately be the decider, despite some full-time stats that might actually suggest otherwise, including 16 to 11 shots taken and 5 to 3 shots on target in favor of Atlético. In the post-match press conference, Bobby highlighted the team's success in the second half, specifically crediting their resilience in defense after securing the lead.
In the first half and probably up to our goal, we've had a lot of the play, we've had a lot of the chances, we've had some very good chances in front of the net. Both in the first and second half coming up to that goal. And you see in the second half, we've come out very well, just asking the guys to be a little bit more aggressive, especially in some of the transition moments, and try and get behind Ottawa before they drop with their 9 guys further back on the pitch. And I think we did an excellent job with that to start the second half. The result was, 5 corners in succession, and that's always a byproduct of forward momentum. So that forward momentum was there in the start of the second half. And you get there enough, you're going to do the right things, And on the flip side, it's, Ottawa's had problems scoring goals. Their last 5 goals are off set pieces. So, if you close up the field a little bit more, we added one more player in the midfield and kind of kept Ali Hojabrfor in position as opposed to running out of there. And that made Bassett and Aparicio drop in their half a lot more to get the ball. And if you're a team or a coach, you'd rather them touch the ball in their own half than in your half. And that's exactly what happened. Didic on the ball a little bit more, trying to find the situation. So, we saw coming out of the first half, they had 0 shots towards our goal and a few set pieces. And after that, you go up and it's playoff football. I'm pretty sure Cavalry sat back and soaked up pressure last week and cleared the lines, and we did a little bit of the same thing. So that's why I said, what happened last week was normal in a game like that. That was normal what happened here today.
We've got another Forge Cavalry final on our hands. They've gone head-to-head 31 times in total, with only one game being separated with more than a single goal. So proof that although it's happened many times before, this matchup continues to bring the entertainment. And much like Forge, Cavalry's experience and roster continuity, I think, has played a big part in their success. They've proven themselves in tournaments like CONCACAF and the Canadian Championship with players who have been a part of their team for a long time. A few to watch out for this weekend, of course, Tobias Warshevsky, who leads the league in scoring with 9 and shots taken with 67. He was the guy to score the goal in the last Forge FC Cavalry clash. Marco Carducci as well, their goalkeeper, who leads the league with 9 clean sheets. Looking at this from a Cavalry perspective, they finished the season just 2 points below Forge and found their stride around the final third of the season, realistically. They'll want this to be a reward and define their success in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed to be able to be one of the storytellers, as all of us have, around this game. And I've seen Tommy Wheeldon Jr. in different stadiums, particularly in this one, leave almost with tears in his eyes after playing Forge. Now, he didn't have tears in his eyes last week. What did he say when he was stood like two yards away from where I am right now? One more game. That's all he wanted to talk about, was one more game. They didn't get too high. And I think the mentality of the Cavalry team is going to be crucial over the next week. They came in here last year and the word was bonus. It's a bonus game. This is not a bonus game. This is a game. This is a defining game for that team. It's the one thing that's left for them that they want, that Forge have had and they don't have. So I'm with you. I think the pressure is on them. The moment you said there, is it good for the league? I think both these two teams, as Patrice would agree, he does the same. Play football the right way. They're dragging the football and the league in this country forward the right way with their dedication and passion to play it the right way. So now it's about mentality. Forge won this game today because they had the mental edge over a team that didn't have it yet. Now what did Cavalry do? What mentality did they have? As you mentioned it, they've got a lot of players there that played in a lot of big games, including on here 1 year ago in the final. If they can keep their cool and their mentality, they will back their talent to believe that they could win.
In case you forgot, Forge FC's Daniel Parra is back and available for selection this weekend in Calgary. Following his 3-game suspension he received the last time Forge FC matched up against Atlético. I spoke to him after training today and he told me what he's seen from Forge in the playoffs thus far and just how excited he is to get back out onto the pitch.
No, I think the good part of this is I can notice when someone is not playing, someone of the important guys not playing. The guys who come in from the bench, they are ready and they demonstrate in these games, and they put us in the final now. So now I see the importance of everybody in the team. So that's a really good thing for us, because we know everybody's ready to play and everybody is ready to do the best for the team. And the part who cost us more the last games before Ottawa, it was the defensive part. But I think I need to say it, Dom have a really good game the last game against Ottawa. So I think that's the most important part I noticed the last game. Like, we were very organized in the defensive phase of the game. Mm-hmm. So we know we have a really good players in front, so we're gonna score. In one moment of the game, we're gonna score. So we need to be really sharp in the defensive part, and that's what we improved the last game.
Now that you've had a chance to sit out, as you said, you're watching it from a different angle. You can kind of see with a new perspective. You've also been recovering from injury a little bit these past couple of days. What are you excited about contributing to the final? Yeah,
of course. This type of game is the game every player wants to play, But the bad part is only 11 in the field this weekend. But like I said before, like, everybody in the team is ready to put the effort required for this type of instance. So yeah, I'm really happy to be back. Yeah, it's good for me. It's a big opportunity for demonstrate to the people why I came here this year. So yeah, I'm very excited. I will do my best this weekend, and hopefully we're gonna win another championship.
Before we move on, I want to include one other thing from the post-match press conference, and that is some comments from Jassem Kolielat. He shared a similar perspective to Danny on what he thought made Forge successful against Atlético and what it's like being part of a winning locker room heading into this final with Forge.
Obviously, with guys like Malik and Dom, I don't think people give them credit as much as they should. There are two guys in training that just absolutely do everything. On this team, I think a lot of players go unnoticed because of maybe their lack of game time or their just overall presence on the field. But I think we have guys that are able to just step on that starting lineup and get the job done. And I think it's a performance we can all be proud of, especially those two guys, you know. Dom's a guy that I look up to a lot, especially in the beginning of the season when, you know, I wasn't maybe on the field as much as I wanted to be, but he's a guy that always like kept me going. So to have him in front of me with some big moments, I think that helped a lot. And I think it showed the rest of the team that no matter what's going on, we're able to just, you know, bumble through the problems. I said in the beginning of the season when I first got here, you know, obviously I didn't experience much time with the first team at LAFC, but a lot of similarities when you're on a winning team and in a winning locker room. And I think it's something that I loved the second I got here. You know, the experience you have with guys like Bex, Betty, even Nana, like all these guys, you know, and all the guys that have been here for years and have won time and time again. It's impressive, honestly. I think the mindset they bring on a daily basis to just want to win, it's something I've enjoyed being part of and hopefully now can keep carrying, you know.
I should also mention the CPL League Awards will be broadcast on CBC Gem this Thursday at 8 p.m. and the CPL Final also to be broadcast on CBC this Saturday at 3 p.m. So that's new and exciting for the league. More to come on the audio network this week, including Behind the Beard Wednesday and, of course, Max Access Friday. But the team does travel on Wednesday this week to Calgary, so lots more conversations to be had in the next day or so. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Forge Daily, and I'll be back to check in on the audio network soon.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.
My role was kind of to, you know, stand on the goalkeeper, just be a big oaf in front of him. So I was just doing my job there, and then the ball just happened to come in real time. It was kind of like I seen it, headed it, but like every time I think back to it, it was like slow motion. You know, like the movies, like slow mo, head it. All my days actually went in a goal, and then when it went in a goal, I was like, I started running.
Okay.
And then I'm like, wait, I just scored. So now I was like, okay, let me go to the fans, and then I slipped, lost mad aura. But
That's what I was gonna say. Side note, how do you know which side to run to and like where to go? Because I'm not gonna lie, the confusion amongst the group, like.
So I'm not gonna lie, I've scored 3 goals now, I think, and 2 of them I've ran the opposite in the wrong direction at first. So I think for me that's just like I'm always running towards coach side, bench side, club side, and then I'm like, wait, the fans on the other side. That's where I need to go to. That's where I need the flicks at. You know what I mean? So
You hit the pivot so hard, you fell.
I fell. I was like, yo,